Scottish Formula 4 Championship sees the guys on track right away at the start here. A big booming entry as well. We should see that on the front of the grid though, all alone. Ross Martin, lights ablaze, and away we go down towards the apron. Now we go down towards the apron. I was a little bit keen with that one myself. Commentators don't normally jump the starts, but I did as the cars all streamed down towards the apron for the first time. Ross Martin ahead of Seb Melrose. Wow, Seb Melrose comes flying through there. Thankfully, he didn't tag the back of Matt round Garrido. But yeah, good move from Seb there. That was a very, very late one as he went in towards the hairpin. But he managed to make it. 3 cars starting from the back of the pack in the pit lane. That was the Cliff Dempsey Racing cars. Will pick those guys back up later on. Jamie Thorburn was definitely one of them. As he go over the crest of the chicane. Look at these two guys though, stretching away at the front. We have got Ross Martin and Matt round Garrido. Seb Melrose ahead of the 2 Kevin Mills run Spectrum chassis. That's Hugo Bentley Ellis and Michael Eastwell in there as we go over the crest of the hill. Already they're bare knuckle fist fighting it at the front as they come in towards the hairpin. Young Ross Martin holds the inside line. Matt round Garrido trying to go round the outside, but no, that's not going to happen there. Ross Martin is definitely not going to let that happen. He's going to keep a nice tight line through the inside of the hairpin and accelerate towards Clark. Through Hislops before they get to Clark. Hislops kind of times towards the end of it on the right, and then you get this quick left-hander downhill with Clark's. Adverse camber all the way. A good corner to go through there in a single-seater race car as they go down towards the chicane. Skipping over the chicane, kissing the sausage curbs there. You don't want to get too keen on the Formula 4s, on the sausage curbs, because you hit them too hard. You could break a push rod, you could bend a push rod, you could knock the toe out. And generally it can become a horrible, horrible animal to drive. Just clicking off another lap. 1 and 2 go through. Seb Melrose still pretty much in good contention here. That's Hugo Bentley Ellis he's fighting with as they get to the apron. Look at round Garrido. He tried to go wide, he tried to cut back. Has he got the cut back as they go towards Hislops? It looks like he might just have a wheel half alongside Ross Martin. We'll need to wait till we get to Clark for the next view, but that could have been a bit of a nice manoeuvre from round Garrido. It was, he's through, he leads. Oh, look at that! He cuts right across the nose of Ross Martin and puts Ross Martin on the grass going down the back straight. And meanwhile that's happening, they're 2 and 3 abreast behind him. Melrose with a massive hit off the curb there. That car was completely in the air there. And that will be the rear end of Seb Melrose. And I'm not talking about his car here. I'm talking about actual Seb. That will have hurt his bum, I would imagine. Big jump off the sausage curb there. And a little bit ironic that we just mentioned that a lap before. That's one thing you don't want to do. But Matt round Garrido, what a manoeuvre that was to get the front. It started here, it ended at Clark, and then he had to defend savagely from Ross Martin on the run down towards the chicane. And yeah, he did that. Ross Martin did put a couple of wheels in the grass. Thankfully though, no contact was made as they come through Clark again. Round Garrido. And we've got Ross Martin, we've got Hugo Bentley Ellis, Seb Melrose. Let's see if they get through the chicane a little bit smoother this time. Seb does come through. Yeah, he's not away up in the air that time. As we go past and in towards McIntyre's. Seb needs to just get together here and try and tag back up with the top 3 that are ahead of him just now. Because Hugo Bentley Ellis has come through the pack pretty well in the Spectrum 011. Over the line go 1, 2, 3. Then a gap back 4, 5, 6 and 7 with Jordan Gronkowski being one of the 7. Jordan will be pretty happy with that one. He's got Rory Smith in the Medina Sport John Lobel 18 car there, the GL 18 car. As through the hairpin they go. Now Rory Smith ahead of Michael Eastwell as they go through there. That's pretty good going. Michael Eastwell, teammate to Hugo Bentley Ellis. And the rest of the guys, Jamie Thorburn starting to make his way through in the Cliff Dempsey car. Nico Gruber was the other car that started from the pit lane with him. And did I see a third car there? Can't quite remember, but I will have a look. Oh, Seb Melrose. There's a big couple of dark lines there coming through the chicane as he catches the car from mid-air. In fact, that was not Seb Melrose, that was Hugo Bentley Ellis behind Ross Martin. So very extravagant driving now. Seb's going to have to watch out here because Rory Smith, young Rory Smith, is behind him, and Michael Eastwell is on a bit of a charge here as the leader comes in towards the hairpin. Fastest lap of the race so far goes to, let's have a look at the timing screens, 53.5, and that's Hugo Bentley Ellis. That's not a surprise actually. not a surprise at all, as the rest of the pack all go streaming through. James Clark, Ross Howe, Neil Broom, Nico Gruber, Steve Barlow, Matt Chisholm in there as well, Jonathan Brown. It's all getting a little bit keen towards the back. A lot of black cars all together, a bit of a commentator's nightmare to tell you the truth as they all go through together. But the leading three, a white car leads a red car, leads a white and blue car, as we try and follow them with the camera back up the hill. And they burst into our view here. Great camera view that, as they come over the top of Duffus Dip and up under the Beeson's Bound Supply Bridge here for the anti-clockwise configuration which we have at Knockhill Racing Circuit. And look at that, Smith defending, or Smith trying to go past Eastwell. Don't know what that was, but they're side by side as they come down towards the hairpin. The GL18 car of Rory Smith holds the inside line, and Seb Melrose will be liking seeing that happening behind them, because that should it should slow those guys down. And there was a bit of bodywork loose on the side of Michael Eastwell's car there. Did I see something flapping about on that as he was heading towards Clark Corner on the left-hand side? We see the back left wheel. His teammates just gone through shot there. We'll try and have a look the next time we see Michael Eastwell. But yeah, Seb Melrose will be liking seeing them battling behind him, because that will hopefully take the emphasis off them catching him. As over the crest of Duffus, 1, 2, 3, there you go. Let's see what the cars look like coming through. Here's the camera, zooms in, then out. There goes Seb, and there goes Smith, and there goes Eastwell. Eastwell's quick this time. He's right underneath the back gearbox casing of Rory Smith. Where's he going to go? He's awaiting inside. Smith defends that one. This could get a little bit tasty by the time they get to the hairpin. Let's hope there's no contact, as Ross Martin looks like he's catching up to the back of Matt Rangarido. Now, is there a bit bodywork flapping on that car? Not going to fall on this time, unfortunately. Such is life, but the rest of the guys all coming through there. Nico Gruber in the middle of that, the white car there, the Cliff Deputy Racing car. Beautiful delivery on that car, really is something quite special to see. It's got fluorescent kind of blue, like chrome blue and chrome. It's yeah, something pretty special. The young Austrian driving that car. Great to see him here at Knockhill. Oh, the lock-up from Ross Martin there. Just a little bit too heavy on the light wheel on the inside there. Heavy on the brake pedal, I should say. Just snatched the front left a little bit. That won't bother him too much. He managed to release the brake a little bit and get the wheel rotating again as Eastwell goes towards the inside. He cuts back to the outside, as does Hugo Bentley Ellis as well. Bentley Ellis all over the back of Ross Martin now, but we want to see the battle just behind him as well, if we can, because Michael Eastwell, does he come to shot? No, he doesn't. It's still Rory Smith at the bottom of our screen there. He's leading three through Hislopes before they get to Clark. Matt Rangarido with a nice comfortable buffer over Ross Martin, who has Hugo Bentley Ellis all over him like a nasty, nasty, infectious rash. And Ross Martin will be sweating in the cockpit of that one. These guys will all be sweating actually, but Ross Martin won't want to be losing that second place. By far and away, he's the furthest Scotsman up the ladder. And there's Nico Gruber going through there. That car is something pretty special. But as we were saying, Ross Martin is the fastest local man by quite some. He's trading blows, taking blow for blow with these national runners who have come up and entered the Scottish Championship meeting as well as the National Championship meeting, so it really has bolstered the grid in the Scottish Formula 4 1600 Championship. The official road to Indy, the Mazda Road to Indy, this is an official feeder series for these guys. The winner of the Scottish Championship gets a ticket to go to a shootout and then gets to go to a track in America. It was Laguna Seca the first year of asking us, look at this as they all come through the hairpin, all those black and grey cars all together. That was definitely James Clark, Ross Howe, Neil Broom and Nico Gruber as they all went through. But over the crest, off the chicane they go. Speaking about the American trip, it's a bit of a dream, and it's something that they all want to try and get to. It's a great opportunity that the Mazda Road to Indy guys have put on for them. And these youngsters all fighting as hard as they possibly can to get there. But Matt Rangarido leads the way as he comes in towards the hairpin. Ross Martin, big defensive move. Look at that though. He's got nothing for Hugo Bentley Ellis, who slithers up the inside, and what an aggressive manoeuvre that was. See how quick Bentley Ellis threw that one on the brakes as he went in there. Oh, and there's contact. Rory Smith into the side of Seb Melrose. We just saw the nose cone, the shock cover coming up there, the nose cone getting dislodged. What a great shame for those two young chaps. Rory Smith into the side of Seb Melrose, the nose box of the top bit lies on the track there, and well, a couple of guys now spinning in sympathy. I wonder if that's maybe knocked off one of the fluid bottles which are housed in there, and that's Gary Sykes, and that's not a good place to be stopped. Gary Sykes, you're right on the apex of the ape, and that car was well and truly beached but Seb Melrose will be absolutely livid with Rory Smith with that one. As the leaders come through here now, I'm wondering if we're going to get a safety car or what's going to happen looking at the marshal's post, because they're now coming up towards where Gary Sykes is completely and utterly beached at the hairpin, and they're going to be coming down towards a car in a horrible, horrible area. As to then say, their red flags come out, the red flags have come out, the race is being stopped, and that should more than likely be a result. If we get to our timing screens, the race has been definitely run long enough there, so Gary Sykes steps out of that car and he'll be happy now. We can walk away. The race has been brought to a halt. So Matt Rengarido is your winner from Ross Martin. Hugo Bentley Ellis in the Spectrum gets third place because the results will go back a lap. Seb Melrose will be given fourth, with Rory Smith fifth, Michael Eastwell, Jordan Gronkowski, James Clark Rossau and Neil Broom rounds out the top 10.